All right, welcome back to LMCU Ballpark, folks. We are gearing up for the big home opener here in West Michigan. West Michigan Whitecaps with their first pitch tonight at 6:35. Jim Durecki, the general manager of the Whitecaps, joining me this morning. Once again, we were just talking off camera, how much of an excitement is in the air. Even though it's so cold outside, I feel like that excitement kind of warms you up, right?
It is. You mark this day on the calendar, and it's like I always said, this is the only day I don't need an alarm clock to wake up. But, I mean, we got the sun. It's clear. It's not going to be wet at all. Opening day is going to be beautiful to be opening the gates and welcome back the fans. And, and then obviously celebration with the 2025 Midwest League Championship, too.
I mean, well, let's talk about that championship, right? Of course, let's rehash it. Last year,
let's do it.
You guys, I'm sure you relive it as much as you can. Talk about when you guys won last year. What was the excitement like? And then how quickly did you guys get to work throughout the year?
The excitement, it built up all summer long. I mean, we saw the guys that we had here and how great the team was. I mean, you go 96 and 39 throughout the course of a season. You can see some really, really good baseball. And then obviously through the playoffs, we swept the playoffs against Lake County and then go to Cedar Rapids. It was only a one-night trip, which was awesome because we won, we swept Cedar Rapids as well. And then, we came back here. Yeah, we enjoyed the trophy. We enjoyed the awards, accolades. But after that, let's get going for 2026. And here we are today on April 7th.
April 7th, and it's going to be a cold one, but I think you guys are going to really heat it up out there on the diamond, which is so exciting. When you guys ended the season last year, coming into this season, what was that off season or maybe spring training like for the guys?
Yeah, it's exciting because there's a winning atmosphere right now in the entire organization. Starts here in West Michigan, goes all the way up to Erie, Toledo, and Detroit. And there's so much internal competition going on that these guys pull for each other. And last year, the way we experienced it was plug and play.
Yeah.
And, I think that related to the fans. The fans came out here, they saw great baseball, they saw great entertainment, they saw great fireworks and bobbleheads and everything that you really encompass in those 6 months of the season.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting because, of course, the Detroit Tigers had their home opener last week. You were with us that day when that was going on too. There are a lot of Whitecaps that end up in the MLB. Talk about how it's important to get here to LMCU, to the Whitecaps games, to watch some of that talent that have the potential to grow to a Detroit Tiger.
I think the future starts here. And, we've proven that over the course of the year with our history of 33 years that we're going into. But just in the recent history, when you look at the guys that are on the Tigers right now, from Riley Green to Spencer Torkelson, to Parker Meadows, and now Kevin McGonigal, who this time last year, he was donning the Whitecaps uniform.
Yeah.
He worked his way up, and now he's playing in Detroit. And we always say, once a Whitecap, always a Whitecap. So when you sit there and watch the games, you watch them a little bit differently when you know that was a former Whitecap that you saw out here on the field.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent too. Talk about the talent we've got on the field in this season.
You know what? The talent coming from Lakeland, they won the Florida State League. Rene Rivera is our manager this year, so he's bringing his guys up. The guys that were here last year, some of the guys were here at the tail end that they weren't necessarily the starters, but they contributed to the championship team. Woody Hadeen and then Garrett Stevenson are two name guys that we have to look out for this year that are going to be able to obviously bring a repeat would be great here at LMCU.
Hey, fingers crossed. I mean, you kind of had a repeat over the weekend when you guys took on Lake County. Of course, unfortunately dropping one game, but still picking up the series at the end of the day. You had won 2 games there. Talk about the momentum coming from the opening day over the weekend into your home opener this week.
Well, the guys came here last week from Lakeland, did a couple days of work out here, and then they hit the road. And I always think it's good that they refresh. They hit the road for 3 games. They took 2 out of 3 at Lake County, as you mentioned. And I think coming back here with the anticipation of what the crowd brings to the atmosphere here, those guys are talking about it. They're excited about it. And, obviously we got a good day to have baseball here.
Yeah. It's a great game day experience when we're out here at LMCU Ballpark. Talk about what it feels like when everybody's on the field, you got the crowd in the stands. How does that energy translate to the players?
It translates very well. These guys look forward to it. They show up usually around noon, 1 o'clock, but they know that when they come out here, they're going to get support.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the West Michigan community has always been about. We've been about baseball. We've been about the food, the fun. And I think we encompass that very, very well here. But I know the guys they talk about, the guys that come back here, they're excited to be back here. They know what West Michigan's about this summertime and what the crowd's going to be able to do to support them.
Yeah, I've been in the crowd many a Whitecaps game. It certainly is a fun experience. I mean, great baseball, like you mentioned. The game day experience is so much fun as well. And you mentioned the new manager coming on this year. Talk about Renee a little bit. Who is this guy? Why should we really be paying attention this season?
Well, he's working his way up. His second-year manager, but he spent, I think, about 10 years in the major leagues as a catcher. So really the field general, if you will. And, and speaking with him, the first week or so, I mean, he's energized by it. He's bringing a championship trophy with him. He's bringing the players that he's worked with. And I think as they work up into the system, they've got some great, not only guys on the field, great prospects, but you got great coaching and managerial prospects there. And I know Renee's excited to be here for this summer.
Yeah, I got to ask because, it is kind of a cold day. Hopefully everyone bundles up and gets out here for the game and, maybe has like a hot chocolate, a coffee or something, and also maybe some of the nice warm food you guys have on display this year. But, when the guys are preparing to have a game like how it's going to be today, where it's going to be very cold outside, clear conditions, but still cold, a little bit of a breeze, what is that warm-up like for everybody?
Yeah, mentally, you prepare yourself for that. I always tell the guys it could be worse. It could be colder. We've all experienced that, but you know what? It's part of the game. I mean, you're gonna do that as you work your way up. You're gonna play in Detroit. You're gonna play in Minnesota. You're gonna play in colder weather elements.
Yeah.
But these guys gear up, and you just put yourself in a great state of mind, and be ready to play baseball.
What are you specifically looking forward to this season? Of course, lots to look forward to, but you, Jim Jarecki, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to opening the gates on every day here at the ballpark for the fans. I mean, I'm a fan myself, and we want to be able to have fans come out here and enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the experience, and also have some good memories.
Yeah.
I love seeing family, friends that come out and they just enjoy it. And for 2.5, 3 hours, they come out here and they forget about the things, but to have the memories that you have going to a baseball.
Yeah, you guys have kind of the diamond covered up right now.
Yep.
You were kind of expecting maybe some weather overnight. It's all to just kind of protect things. Kind of give me the inside baseball as the prep happens before the game.
Well, that was
starts.
preventive maintenance last night because obviously those little slight flurries possible, but you never know at this time of year. But we're just ready to go on that. The field is prime, ready to go. We'll be taking that off and then be ready to play baseball. But Mitch Hooten and his grounds guys have done a great job the last couple of weeks working in between the weather, temperatures and whatnot. But the field's in great condition and we're ready to pull that thing off.
Yeah, looking forward to it. You guys are going to pull it off here a little bit later this morning, which is so exciting. That kind of rings in our first pitch here at LMCU today. Also, talk about just the prep in the weeks before you guys get to opening day. How do you guys get LMCU around to be ready for game day?
Well, we usually look at it probably starting March 1st is when that, and hopefully get some good weather in there. So obviously you're going around and doing the winter cleanup, the spring cleanup, and then just prepare things from the concession stands to the souvenir shop, to the ticket office, to the playing field, to the clubhouse. It's all that thing. It's, a lot of it's in your head. You know what you got to do, and you got the date of opening day ready to go.
Yeah. Talk to me about what the players will experience today. What times does their day start, and what does that look like?
Those guys will be getting here probably around 1 o'clock or so, and then they'll be first working out inside the batting tunnel, the weight room they've got here, but then they'll come out and do full batting practice, infield practice, get a good feel for it. When we get the grills going and the smells going and things like that, these guys will really feel like a major league atmosphere. And when we come to the first pitch, I mean, we're gonna have the crowd riled up. We're giving 2,000 replica rings away.
Yeah, we got one right here.
We got the real one, and we got
the... See, there you go, right there.
Little bling bling going off.
I know.
The sun itself.
I know, it's like blinding me, like shield your eyes.
These are the first 2,000 fans, and then we'll have fireworks afterwards. So I mean, it is just gonna. It's opening day, and it's the best day of the year.
Absolutely. I just think that it is so cool that to see kind of the atmosphere already in motion this early in the day. This morning, you guys really carry it through the entire night. I guess today, of course, I could ask you what you're looking forward to, but I think I know. Really good baseball, right?
Real good baseball, and just welcoming the fans back. I mean, this is the start of summer.
Yeah.
And, we say this is a summer cottage here. And, starting tonight through 65 more games throughout the course of the season. Promo schedule, check that out. The bobbleheads we're giving away, the appearances we're giving away, the giveaways. There's always something going on, and if you're not here, you're going to miss something.
Yeah. And what's the website where we can see all that information and also the tickets as
well?
That
is whitecapsbaseball.com. It's got everything on there, self-explanatory. Order your tickets, order your souvenirs, check the concession items. It's got everything there, one-stop shop.
Yeah, and Jim, you are manifesting the warmer weather. You don't even have a coat on this morning. I've got my coat and my earmuffs on, so we really are hoping for some warmer weather here soon.